Throughout history, Japan has been a wellspring of rich folklore and chilling urban legends, where the line between superstition and reality often blurs. Ritual games like Hitori Kakurenbo, One Man Hide and Seek, the Elevator Game, and Daruma-san, the Bath Game, delve into the darker sides of these traditions. These games aren't mere entertainment. They are steeped in the country's cultural fascination with spirits, curses, and the supernatural. With roots in Japanese folklore, Daruma-san, the Bath Game, invites players to summon a vengeful spirit, because that's just totally what you do. While other spirits like the Elevator Game reflect a more modern but equally eerie evolution of these ancient beliefs. In the end, these aren't just games. They're part of an ongoing tradition of invoking the paranormal for some weird reason, where one misstep can lead to unexpected and often unsettling consequences. The Bath Game, also known as Daruma-san, is a sinister ritual game deeply rooted in Japanese folklore and urban legend. This game transforms the simple and innocent children's game Daruma-san ga koronda, which translates to the Daruma doll fell over, into a chilling ritual that explores the world of the supernatural. The game weaves together traditional Japanese beliefs and folklore, reflecting a cultural fascination with spirits and curses. To initiate the Bath Game, you must first prepare a specific setting. Choose a bathroom with a bathtub, as a standing shower is not permissible for this ritual. The game is typically played at night, adding to the sense of isolation and suspense. Begin by undressing and stepping into the bathtub, which you should fill with water. Once the tub is prepared, turn off all the lights to create a pitch black environment. The darkness amplifies the sense of vulnerability and intensifies the game's psychological effects. Once you're in the tub, position yourself facing the faucet and start washing your hair. As you lather and rinse, you must chant the phrase, Daruma-san fell down, repeatedly, without interruption, until you're finished. This chant is believed to summon a malevolent spirit connected to the Daruma doll, a figure traditionally associated with perseverance and good luck in Japanese culture. In the context of this ritual, however, the Daruma-san spirit is far from benevolent. The ritual requires you to maintain your eyes shut throughout the process. You are instructed to visualize a disturbing image, a Japanese woman falling and striking her face on a rusty tap, causing her right eye to be gouged out. Jesus Christ, Japan. Jesus. This gruesome mental image is meant to invoke the spirit of Daruma-san and prepare the environment for her presence. During this time, if you sense any movement or hear any noises in the tub, you must not turn around or open your eyes. Instead, calmly, I don't know how you would be calm during this, ask aloud, why did you fall in the bathtub? This question is meant to acknowledge the spirit's presence without direct interaction, maintaining a respectful distance for the entity. I don't understand why we gotta be respectful. We just trying to take a bath. They're the one coming in while we naked in the tub. But after completing these steps, carefully stand up and exit the tub. Now, I don't know if you're allowed to open your eyes at this point or not, but that'd be very difficult to do without, falling right on your ass. It is crucial not to trip or fall during the process, as any mishaps could potentially disrupt the ritual's effectiveness. Once out of the tub, leave the bathroom without draining the water or turning on the lights. Shut the bathroom door behind you and proceed to bed, ensuring that the bathroom remains as it was during the ritual. The real challenge begins the following day. You thought it was over? Well, you thought wrong. When you wake up, the Bath Game's effects come into play. Throughout your day, you will experience a pervasive sense of being followed or watched. The Daruma-san spirit is said to lurk behind you, though you may only catch fleeting glimpses of her in your peripheral vision. She is described as having tangled black hair and a single eye, enhancing the eerie and unsettling nature of her presence. To protect yourself from Daruma-san, you must maintain distance. If you feel the spirit getting too close, use the command tomare, meaning stop. This command is meant to temporarily halt her pursuit. But here's the downside. Its effectiveness diminishes with repeated use, so you can't just be spamming it. So it should be employed only in dire situations. The ultimate objective is to end the game by capturing Daruma-san in your sight. Look over your right shoulder and shout Kita, which translates to I cut you loose, while performing a chopping motion with your arm. This action is believed to dispel the spirit and conclude the game. Failure to perform the ending correctly or to conclude the game before midnight is said to result in terrifying consequences. If the ritual is not completed properly, Daruma-san might enter your dreams, leading to disturbing and disorienting experiences. The game's final steps must be executed with precision to ensure that you are freed from the spirit's influences. Why you would ever do this for fun, I don't know. Hitori Kakurenbo, often referred to as one-man hide-and-seek, is a contemporary Japanese urban legend that brings a sinister twist to a classic game of hide-and-seek. This game is not just a macabre twist on the childhood pastime, but is steeped in modern interpretations of Japanese spiritual beliefs and rituals. In order to play one-man hide-and-seek, you need a doll, a bowl of rice, a needle and thread, and a small amount of your own blood. The ritual begins with the preparation of the doll. The doll is filled with rice, symbolically representing a vessel for a spirit. Once filled, the doll is sewn shut, effectively trapping the rice and, by extension, any spirit that might inhabit it. The player then pricks their finger to draw a small amount of blood, which is placed on the doll. This step is crucial, as it is believed to bind the spirit to the doll, creating a connection between the entity and the player. The next step involves submerging the doll in water. You gotta waterboard it now. Often in a bathtub, reciting an incantation to invite the spirit to possess the doll. Why you would continue with this game is beyond me. Like, all the steps leading up to now have just been terrifying. But the instructions typically involve a series of specific phrases and actions designed to lure the spirit into the doll and compel it to seek out the player. Once the doll is submerged and the ritual is complete, the game officially begins. The player must then hide while the doll, now inhabited by the spirit, begins its search. The rules of Hitori Kakurenbo require the player to stay hidden until they are confident that the spirit has been sufficiently distracted, or that the game can be safely concluded. The game is often described as dangerous because the spirit is believed to become increasingly aggressive and difficult to control as the game progresses. According to those who believe in the game's validity, players must be cautious and avoid making noises or drawing attention to themselves. If the player is discovered, the consequences are implied to be far more severe than a typical game's outcome. Ending Hitori Kakurenbo requires a precise and careful procedure. To close the game, the player must locate the doll and perform a specific ritual to release the spirit. This typically involves retrieving the doll, removing it from its hiding place, and either burning it or performing another ritualistic act to banish the spirit. The game must be ended before midnight. Failure to do so can result in the spirit entering the player's dreams or even lingering in the player's environment. The mythology of Hitori Kakurenbo reflects a deep-seated belief in Japanese folklore regarding spirits and supernatural entities. In traditional Japanese culture, spirits are often depicted as restless souls that linger due to unfinished business or violent deaths. The practice of inviting a spirit into a doll taps into these ancient beliefs, utilizing modern fears of the supernatural to create a chilling game. The ritualistic elements of the game echo practices from Shinto and Buddhist traditions, where the rituals and offerings are made to appease or communicate with spirits. The precision required in performing the game's steps reflects the same ritual accuracy found in traditional Japanese spiritual practices. In recent years, Hitori Kakurenbo has gained prominence in internet forums and social media, often being discussed alongside other urban legends and horror games. The game's popularity and eerie stories surrounding it continue to fuel speculation and intrigue. Whether viewed as a chilling modern myth or disturbing ritual, Hitori Kakurenbo exemplifies how traditional folklore can be reimagined and reinterpreted. Just as the hide-and-seek game challenges players to confront alleged dark spirits, the elevator game takes this concept to a new level, offering a modern ritual that combines everyday technology with the supernatural. The elevator game, also known as The Elevator to Another World, is a modern ritual that weaves together elements of urban legend and contemporary folklore. It originates from Korea and Japan, reflecting a tradition of supernatural games that blend everyday experiences with the paranormal. The game involves a meticulous sequence of actions inside an elevator, aimed at accessing a mysterious alternate dimension. To begin, players need an elevator in a building with at least 10 floors. The rules of the game are precise and must be followed exactly to ensure the ritual's integrity. Start by entering the elevator alone or with a single participant. The game sequence begins with ascending to the 4th floor, then descending to the 2nd floor. Next, go up to the 6th floor, and then return to the 2nd floor, and then ascend to the 10th floor, and finally go back down to the 5th floor. At each of these floors, it is crucial that the players remain inside the elevator and avoid exiting. The game only becomes more intense when the elevator reaches the 5th floor. According to the ritual, if you encounter a mysterious woman at this point, it is essential to avoid eye contact and refrain from engaging with her. Her appearance is said to signal that you are on the verge of entering an alternate dimension. If the elevator starts to ascend instead of descending to the 1st floor, you have reportedly been transported to this other realm. In this alternate world, players might find themselves in a disorienting and unsettling environment. The surroundings are often described as dark, eerily quiet, and starkly different from the world they left behind. To return to the normal world, players must reverse the initial steps, re-enter the elevator, and follow the same sequence of floors in reverse order, and ensure that the elevator descends from the 5th floor to the 1st. Successfully returning to the 1st floor signifies that you have escaped the alternate dimension. But if the elevator starts ascending again, it is crucial to act quickly to avoid being trapped in the alternate realm. The elevator game's popularity surged in the wake of the unsettling Elisa Lam case. In 2013, the bizarre and tragic circumstances surviving Lam's death brought significant media attention and public intrigue. Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian student, was staying at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles when she disappeared. Surveillance footage from the hotel's elevator, which captured Lam behaving erratically and seemingly speaking to an invisible entity, was released to the public. The footage showed her pressing multiple elevator buttons, hiding in the corner, making strange gestures, which led to many speculate about supernatural influences surrounding her disappearance. Lam's body was eventually discovered in a rooftop water tank on February 19, 2013, after guests complained about low water pressure and a strange taste in the water. And if I tasted water that had a dead person in it, I'm going to the nearest person I can find and fighting them. The circumstances of her death, combined with her unusual behavior in the elevator, sparked widespread speculation about possible connections to the elevator game. Some even theorized that Lam may have been participating in the game and had become trapped in the alternate dimension, though official investigations, of course, did not support this theory. The elevator game combines modern anxieties with old age myths, reflecting our ongoing fascination with the boundary between reality and the paranormal. The Elisa Lam case, with its strange footage and unsolved mysteries, adds to this intrigue, showing how contemporary urban legends tap into our deepest fears. So that is where we're going to call today's video. We've explored 3 ritual games, each one inviting players to challenge their fears and flirt with the evil spirits and the supernatural. These games aren't just about the thrill. They force us to question the boundaries between what's real and what is simply urban legends and superstitions. By following these rituals, players seek control in a world where one wrong move could lead to something far more sinister. But here's the real question. Would you dare play them? No. If you happen to enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the strange and mysterious world of Japan. Now let me know in the comments, would you ever consider trying any of these games? Because I am not an idiot, so no, I would not. But maybe you guys are braver and or dumber than me. Let me know down there below. That's it. Leave.